Today on the ropes, I have Coach Calvin Ford, Coach Kenny Ellis, and we're just going to talk about what's going on with the events surrounding Gervonta Tank Davis fight here in Baltimore. First question off the bat, Coach, for both coaches. July 27th, Royal Farms Arena. I want to talk about the importance of the fight for the city of Baltimore.
Oh man, it's major. It's making history.
Man, the July 27th, man, the crime rate in Baltimore is going to be down. The revenue is going to be up. It's so much business going to come through downtown because that's where everybody's going to be at. The most important part is the crime rate being down in the streets. Everybody's going to be tuning in.
And not only that, from my speech from the Mondawmin Mall, the show Baltimore, that Baltimore going to show people that's watching this that we can put on world-class events. And that's what's important, you know what I'm saying? Because we get a bad write-up because of, the killings in Baltimore and stuff, right? But Baltimore is a great city, and Ellis said it. We had the first champion that came from Baltimore, heavyweight champion, Joe Gans. So when you sit back and look at it, the history of Baltimore boxing, man, it was lost. So, this little youngin is actually putting it back on the map, man. So he's making history of bringing Baltimore boxing back.
Do you feel he's energizing the scene here in Baltimore with that fight coming here to?
Oh yes, I mean it's everybody excited, man. Everybody giving us phone calls, want to be a part of it, and we're giving everybody an opportunity, to put on a world class event in Baltimore, man.
I wanted to talk about one thing because it's going to be on that fight, Upton fighters on there also as well. Mm-hmm. How proud of you, man, that you've had them since they were babies, and now they've grown up before your eyes.
Man, it's overwhelming because the time we put in, the time they put in.
It's telling me that we getting old.
Ain't old yet.
We getting up there, man, because they turning into young grown men, man. And that's when I really look at them and reflect back all the trials and tribulations that we went through, they still doing their thing, and that's something to be proud of.
Then again, I am getting old. My gone up. Gray whiskers coming in.
One of the things I wanted to see if y'all have you been thinking about this? In a few years, next 2 years, it's a possibility that you can have a world champion with Gervonta Tank Davis, Lorenzo Trunk Simpson, and Malik Iceman Hawkins all at the same time.
Well, I mean, we got other guys that's knocking on the door too that people don't even know that we have in this gym. We have heavyweights that's in this gym that's making a run. We just trying to just show.
I don't know what order they're gonna come in, but
right.
I do plan. We do plan to make more.
Right.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
So we just got to keep surprising people. Like, what? I didn't know that. So that's what it's all about. Tank opened up the door to show everybody that they can do it, and they starting to see it that they can do it. It's just waiting on the opportunities to do it.
And just speaking with time machines, that Mr. Everett, how important is it that the kids get to see what it's like to train and camp on such a high level and get that experience of being around world champions and seeing that type of workout and getting that conditioning?
It's very important. It's very important. For years, man, Baltimore sits in between two fighting states, Philly and D.C. And for years, Philly and D.C. was kicking out world champions. But Baltimore, we had a champion here and there with years in between. Vincent Patway, Hassan Rockman, Joe Gaines. Mm-hmm. And the reason why is because our young ones didn't see our pros on TV. Philly and D.C., the youth see their pros, so it keeps them motivated. Mm-hmm. So now we have a world champion. So now our kids are getting motivated. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, they'll keep going, just like DC and Philly.
As you was here, you notice you seen Lord Everett in here watching the pros train to give him an idea. So when he get to that level, he'll have an understanding of what he supposed to do.
And he has such a great work ethic to be so young.
That's why
he's the vision, man.
That's why he's a national champion.
Two times national champion.
Well, one time.
Only won two.
No, he only won. Okay. He only won one. That was his first one. So, so that's good that he made it. Because you got to look at it. We had 5 kids that
fun one. Yeah.
We had 5 kids that had won the silver gloves, and we was wondering who was going to be that next one. And he went on and did his thing, and he won. So I'm proud of him that he sees the vision. He see it. He see it.
Once they see it and lock it in, they going for it.
Now, Coach, this one for you. Going back to the press conference, the Tank press conference at McDonald Mall, you were very proud of the support of the city, all the way from the mayor down. Talk about that.
Oh man, I mean, me and the man Jack, I've been knowing Jack for a while. Jack been in the scenes for a while. But so happened that made it real funny was he was sitting at Mac Lord's show with us, and we was talking about boxing, and he said to me, he said, "Man, I didn't know all this was going on." I said, "Man, we've been doing this for years." I said, "Y'all got a gym that's with Recreation and Park. Y'all don't come through." He said, "Man, I didn't know y'all was doing it like this." I said, "Well, we got a world champion and everything." And I said, "I understand, Jack, you taking care of business on your end." But when he made that statement about telling people to put the gloves on and come down Royal Farm Arena, he didn't even know that Tank was fighting at Royal Farm Arena.
Oh, wow. He didn't know.
No, I didn't even discuss it with him, talk to him, anything. And I said, that was God's work right there. And then everybody misunderstood what he was saying, because back in the day when we was little, they fist fight. And the people get to go home the next day and live the next day. And then sometimes when you have a fight with a person, that wound up being your best friend. So that's what he was really trying to explain to some of the youth out there. Like, Stevie always picking up them guns, shooting each other. Why don't y'all put some gloves on and fight it out and call it a day? Because it affects not only them, it affects the people around them. You know, so, you know, that's what the message that he was trying to send. And they just took it and screwed it up. So, you know, Jack supporting what we are doing, and it makes a difference, you know, to have that connection from downtown to here in this gym, you know, to make some changes, because we need these recreation centers and we need different types of center to keep pushing our youth.
You know, speaking of the youth, I want to go back also to the press conference that night. This for both. That night, you know, the gym closed down for the press conference. A lot of the Upton kids went out to McDonald Mall in support of Tank with the GTD shirts on. Talk about that, and also, to your knowledge, will they be in attendance at the fight also?
We're working on it. That's based on Mayweather promotion. I talked to Ellis. He said he's going to make it happen for the kids, because he's seen the support how he see the love that the kids have for him. He see the love that our guys have for the kids.
We teach unity and loyalty here, you know. We all come together and want to say, hey, we can do this together.
Right.
And the kids see it. And hopefully they'll take it through their life, entire life, you know.
And it just wasn't Upton kids there. It was all
Everybody,
sorts of
all
kids
over the
there.
city.
And that's the difference. That's the difference, man, that we are making noise, changing lives, one round at a time.
Speaking of preparation and the camp for Tank, how is it different, being that the fact that it is in this hometown of Baltimore, and a whole lot more of the spotlight and a whole lot more distractions? How is preparations for camp different than any other time around?
Well, it's no difference. The thing that I love that Tank did was he seen all the fighters that we had doing different stuff. And he didn't want me and Kenny be bouncing here, bouncing there, and bouncing there. He made a decision to keep the camp here. We was actually prepared. Bags are still packed to leave. And he's been coming and doing what he's supposed to be doing. And I want to thank everybody for not bothering us.
As far as the training, though, Upton is camp life 24/7.
7, from what I see.
The only difference is it's a lot of media coming in, but we camp life all year round.
Yeah. So you know, I appreciate nobody ain't bothering us. Security handling their business. I mean, nobody ain't bothering us. You know what I'm saying? They seeing us, cheering us on, and say, get them right. Have them right, because we're looking forward to it, you know? And that's what the real goal is, to make sure the champions staying focused and being on course.
Talk about fight week and the preparations for fight week, because as you know, being in your own hometown, it can be a lot of distractions. People want to hit you up for tickets. How do you keep that distraction away? I just go back to this Jared Swift Hurd fight, fighting in his home area, DC, and how it can be a lot on a fighter to have to be on the demand all the time, be on different radios, news outlets, everything. So how do you prepare for a fight week?
Well, my conclusion of all that stuff, I look at people that's been supporting us from day one. I have a lot of people call me, and I already set up times and stuff when we're going to have every media here at one time. And we're going to give them the chance to sit down and talk to Tank, because we understand that they want to get their stories out too. And it helps promote him and the gym and the fight. But at the same time, I'm still in camp. I have to prepare for a fight. And I thank them for, being patient with us and whatnot, for, waiting for us to have the workout media. And it's going to be open to the public. So they have that chance to see their champion, cheer them on and whatnot. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard. But everybody been working with us. Everybody been being respectful, and that's what I'm trying to say. That Baltimore, when they see us doing what we doing, and when people doing something that's positive, they're gonna support it.
This is the question for you, Coach Kenny. No, it's actually not hard at all, man. I actually want to talk about Malik Iceman Hawkins. He had put out. I saw the quote, him thanking Tank for being on that undercard. Tank has a lot of Upton fighters on that undercard. But I want to talk about Malik. He is the NBA Continental Champion, 15-0, 9 KOs. Do you feel it's his time?
It's his time. That's why he's here today. It's his time. He's on the show. He's going to headline the show to show Baltimore that, hey, Upton got some more people,
How proud are you of him?
I'm very proud to see Malik, over the years, to go through the trials and tribulations and stay on track. Nobody knows his testimony but us here in the gym.
That's true.
But most people would have quit by now if they would have went through the BS that Malik went through. But he hung in there. He came in the gym. He kept a smile, and God pulled him through. And July the 27th, you're going to see him in action.
Yeah.
Here in Baltimore.
And it's only right. See, people don't understand, Malik is the next one up. Tank know it. So he said, no, my brother going to be on the card with me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't understand that. I listen to Tank when he said he talks to me, and when he tried to help all of them. He tried to make sure that he do it. He's not the best to do it because nobody gave him a manual to do this. He's gonna make mistakes, but at the same time, he's still trying to make it happen.
Would you say everyone is learning on the go?
Guess what? We're learning on the go.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, we got two coaches that ain't been doing as long as some people, but look what level we on. And people don't, it takes a while for coaches to get to this level, but Kenny ran it down to me. He said, we've been creating champions after champions after champions.
Over 35 national champions and over 11 to 12 professional champions.
I don't even keep counting them more. The only thing I love is
state
the work.
champions, world champions, regional champions.
The work, man, because they keeping me young.
And I didn't get into boxing my mind wasn't on making a champion, but thank God I have the potential, the skill and the know-how to do it and Calvin. And it just so happened, if you're doing it right, it's gonna go.
Kenny remember when I first started.
Oh, yeah.
He know the story. Kenny know the story of me.
His testimony is unreal.
My people don't get it, don't have it. And my whole goal is I already chased down Mr. Mac Lewis, great man. Mm-hmm. He started Baltimore boxing. The only black person that I know was a world-class African-American coach was Emmanuel Stewart. And I put in my mind, what's the next Emmanuel Stewart?
That was his. I knew something, but that was him.
Because I'm from the streets,
right.
man. We grew up different.
Correct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when I met Manuel,
I'm from the streets. He's from the gutter.
It's
different. So when I sit there and look at Manuel Stewart, man, he did a lot of things, but the difference between us, we raised them from scratch.
Yes, indeed.
That's what I tell people all the time. You had them.
A lot of coaches, they get the best coach award of the year, but the fighter that they train came from somewhere else. We bring them up from the crowd. We have fighters too that come from somewhere else, but their parents brought them here.
Yeah.
We didn't manipulate them to come here.
Right, and that's what's
we didn't put money in their face and say, "Hey, come over here."
With us, And then let me explain something to you. Every fighter that I do work with, I already have a relationship with them
before they come in.
Before they come in this gym, that they know me from a tournament, that their dad or their parents asked me to help them out, or they came through Spawn and I gave them little tips and whatnot. And they said, "Man, coach, that worked." So it's a relationship that I have with someone when they come to me. I just don't ask people to come to my gym to train with me or train with us. I don't do that because that's not my motive, But if a kid or individual come to me and ask me, can they get some help or can I help them? I'm going to do my best because they asking. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do my best to help them because that's what I'm here for.
I got fighters in my social media every night. Hey, can I come train with you? I'm not in position yet. You know, we're not in position. But if I was, I would love to have him come. You know, but
I had people in mind. I turned them down. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, because I have to worry about what's in this gym now.
You know, speaking on that, one fight I want to talk about who actually came up for camp, and you know, Leonard Ellaby talked about was Jaleel Hackett.
And see, man,
Talk about that experience.
Jaleel, I've been knowing Jaleel since he was a kid. Everybody think Jaleel just popped up. Jaleel was coming through here when he was 8, 9 years old, sparring with the kids. You know what I'm saying? And him and Tank are cool. He looks up to Tank. People don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So every time I call his dad, I don't know how many events that I had that his dad showed up with his son to support what I'm doing. So when I see something that I think Jaleel should be a part of, I'm going to call him. I'm going to call anybody. I have a couple of friends that I call and ask them to come through. If they make the decision to come, they come. If they don't, they don't. But when you look at Hitchison, everybody don't know Richardson.
That's funny that you said that. That was my next question.
They
How's
don't
the experience
understand
been with him?
how he came. Tank's first title shot. Hitchison was here to work with him. And I said something to him. I said, boy, some big stuff out to have to him. He called me up and he said, Coach, man, you know, such and such just called me. I said, I keep telling you, when people see you doing things and they know you're doing positive things, some big things are going to happen for you. So, you know, just keep staying tuned, y'all. We ain't finished yet.
How's that experience been working with Richardson Hitchison?
It was fun. When you have a fighter that challenge everything that you do, it's easier for the coach. You know, but when you have that fighter that I can't do it, no,
you don't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear it. But Richardson,
his coach said to us, they said, man, whatever they did to you down there, I'm loving it because you coming back working hard in there.
I want to get him a little bit longer though.
Yeah. He'd be back. Next week he'd be back in camp. He went to take care of some things at home. He called me and I was very impressed that he called me. He said, Coach, I'm on it. I'll be back down in a minute. Me and my coach, so his coach coming down with us. See, that's the difference. DeMar Nicholson dad. You see how he worked with us. His dad is still there. You know, we don't try to manipulate fighters, move fighters, or anything. We trying to help. We all doing the same thing. You know, so if we see an avenue that we can help a person and put them in position, we're going to take that chance and put them in that position.
Now, Coach Kitty, I got to ask you about this. You know, this is going to be Malik the King Warren's first pro debut. You know, he ran into some challenges other time around. I don't know if you even want to talk about that.
Hey, smack me in the face with it. Let's go.
What is your thoughts on that? Or what happened to him? Because, you know, his pro debut was supposed to take place at Rosecroft.
It wasn't his fault. Our commission, because of our reputation of training animals, so he say, he won't match him up. And I don't think it's fair. It's not his job to, you know.
What made it different this time that he was able to?
I'm not sure. But we had a heated discussion about a month ago. Maybe that was it, you know. But this thing, God, he's on the card.
Now, you know, I had an interview earlier with Cassius.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on what's going on in the heavyweight division right now, where you see him in the next year, too.
Oh, man.
Cassius is different.
The heavyweight division is
anything can happen. You see what happened to Joshua?
Yeah.
One punch, somebody's life changed.
Just know that Cassius Chaney has the power to
change,
to go all the way.
He do.
And the size.
And the work ethics.
Mm-hmm.
The work ethics, you know. Like I said, man, we just can't wait till we get our opportunity. And it's always based on this. If it's the money right, the fight right.
Exactly.
I'm going to keep it real with you because at the end of the day, you want to win on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
This is real talk. You know what I'm saying? You know, so if the opportunity presents for him putting them in a good position and it makes sense, we going for it because opportunity only knock on the door once in the blue.
That's 8:15. You know, he got the numbers.
Yeah.
We just waiting for the right phone call.
That's it.
Right phone call, right on
phone call, yeah.
Now, Coach Kitty, your daughter Mia,
Killer B.
That's
my baby.
Talk about the progress right now because she is going to be working on the 50-state challenge.
Mm-hmm.
What's the challenge of doing that 50-state challenge?
The challenge is, first I just want to get a little bit more experience before she turned pro. She's 19. She can turn pro now because she's been in the gym since she was 4 years old. But I want her to get a bit more fights. And the challenge is to challenge a female in every state in her weight class. Not saying we're gonna beat them all, but in order for her to turn pro, she got to beat more than half of them. And that's the challenge.
So you heard what Coach Kenny said. It's a challenge. So call them. Y'all need a phone number? Hit us an inbox or something. Give us a number to line up. Give us some opponents from different states so we can make that move.
Is it harder to get work with female fighters?
Not now. The female boxing is growing fast within the last 4 or 5 years, so it's work out there now. It's competition.
You know, I was gonna ask that. Like, what's the major areas that have a lot of female fighters? Only in
Texas, California, Ohio. It's females everywhere now.
So it's
New
really
York,
growing
yeah.
right now.
Virginia, yeah.
Lucretia, she put it on, boy, and now look at it.
Yeah.
We got girls fighting for titles, world titles.
Clarissa Shields, she did it.
Yeah.
2-time Olympic gold medalist,
She
2012,
did it.
and
She did it.
2016.
Yeah.
She opened the gate.
I gotta ask you, Coach, who you got in the fight coming up with Manny Pacquiao and Thurman?
I'm going with
I'm
Thurman.
going with Thurman too. I like Thurman. The reason why I like
Everybody's
Thurman.
talking about Pacquiao's punch. Thurman's got the punch. He got the youth and the athleticism.
I'm going with Thurman. I'm a Pacquiao fan. I always was. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Pacquiao can get old in the ring for this fight right here.
And his last fight with Broner, even though he dominated Broner, if I'm not mistaken, he had a torn retina in his eye. And that was just a few months ago, so he can't be completely healed going up against a puncher like Thurman.
Right.
So he's going to definitely have problems with his eye.
You know, and then Thurman want to make a statement for this fight, because if he don't make a statement with Pacquiao, it ain't gonna look too good for him. That's the fight game, baby. You let an old man do what you did.
What's your thoughts on Canelo moving up, vacating?
Oh man,
He didn't complete his job at 160. We have
You feel that?
What's the guy name that just fought?
that's the guy that everybody was fearing at 160. He wouldn't give him a fight. Nobody wants to see him. You know, Andrade, I think he deserved to have some of them big fight with Triple G, Canelo. Give him a chance. If you know, at least give him a chance. His situation remind me of Sugar Ray Leonard and Earn Pride.
Yeah.
Am I right wrong?
When they never fought.
Earn Pride. Remember
yeah,
Earn
that's true,
Pride?
that's
Earn
true.
Pride was nobody want to see him, and that was
That's
major
a fight.
guys.
Sugar
That's
Ray and
Earn Pride should have happened.
It should have happened, man.
Should have happened. Should have
It
happened.
took a long time for that Sugar Ray Hagler fight to
But it happened.
It happened.
But it happened. That's the thing. I mean, you know, you can't leave fights like that. So I think Andrade, he deserved the Triple G's. He deserved all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because all of them say they're great. You know, great fighters make great fights. You know, so.
Now, one of the talks, you know, that in the media is after the mandatory with Nunes. Who do you feel this should be up next?
I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm saying it's clear. After this fight and tank performance of this fight, line them up. We don't care anymore. We don't care. That's where I'm at, and I normally don't talk like this.
Oh wow!
Because we don't bother nobody. We take fights according to the company tell us to take fights.
I say put them all in the huddle and let them decide.
Yeah.
And whatever they come up with.
That's how we getting down there. That's how we getting down. You know.
Is it frustrating to hear those type of talks all the time?
No, it's business. We understand.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
We understand that, but at the same time, Shorty ain't bothering nobody. He ain't calling nobody up. But guess what? When they tell us who we got to fight, we're gonna fight them, and we're gonna show how we bringing it.
Oh, speaking of that, two different philosophies. Your philosophy, Coach, is you want to punish a fighter.
I love punishing them.
Coach Kenny, your philosophy, get it over quick.
Knock them out.
How did those two philosophies mesh together perfectly?
Ask the fighters, they'll tell you.
I like the less
Ask the
punches, the
fighters.
better.
Ask the fighters. Me, when you looking for to knock somebody out, it don't come. When you trying to viciously punish them, it's worse. When you knock them out, oh, it was a lucky punch. I ain't see where it come from. When you whoop them, he be like this. He just fought.
And for me, when you knock them out, the less risk of getting hurt in the next round because it's over.
Man, we fighting.
And we going to dinner early.
This fighting.
The quicker I get back to
This
my
fighting.
room.
I tell my fighters, you're going to get hurt, but hurt him more.
The quicker I get back to my room to pack up and go home.
Yeah, I don't like knockouts.
Now, talk about what's going on next weekend, Coach, with the cookout.
Oh man, can't wait. Get to see the little youngins that's been waiting to have their first amateur fight. That's very important. And then they're going out there supporting the people of Cherry Hill. You know, I call Cherry Hill the island because it's so far away from the city, and it turned into a nice place to be at. You know, when we do it. You know, because I see all the work that Raheem is doing in the area. You know what I'm saying? take his time out, put the tents out there, the foods out there. He got the football players that's been playing and traveling and stuff. You know, so just going out there to show support. And then he brought the boxing there. You know, and we just turning it into something where all the fighters can come down and get a match. If you wanna get matched up that day, you can reach me at 443-814-8817. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of beginners. You know, all the gyms, if you just want to come out and just see some good boxing match and entertainment, you know, we're doing a lot of stuff out there. You just got to come out there.
I got to ask, is there certain criteria you're looking for with the amateur boxers that's coming up?
I'm looking for some young kids that don't have fights, beginner fights. We got some vets going to be out there. You know what I'm saying? I always tell our guys, be ready. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you got, just give us the call. Or post it on social media. Find a way of getting your kid to me and we're going to make it happen.
Okay, I got to ask. Last question, Coach. What do you expect on that night of July 27th?
Right now, I just wanted the city to just come out and enjoy themselves. Me, I want to see, I see glimpse of when Tank fought that world champion there. I was just like, I was watching TV. I was there, but I wasn't there. I want to see that night when everybody come out and show that, you know, this is how Baltimore carried. They support their kids. They support, and it's just turned into how Mayweather say he don't do shows, he do events.
Do events.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to show the world that he can put on an event.
I predict a sellout crowd. And a third round knockout.
You want third round?
No, it ain't going past 3.
What about you,
That's
Coach?
my prediction.
Like I told you, I'm looking for the fighter to bring the best out of Tank, so the rest of them that's coming behind this particular fight gonna know what they're in for. That's what I predict.
All right, there you have it. Coach Calvin Ford, Coach Kenny Ellis on the ropes.
See you in 3 rounds.
3 rounds, and we out.